Hey guys, it's John, and welcome back to Comic Book Club. It's been a while. It's at that point of the school year for me where there's a lot of things taking my time and my attention, and I haven't been able to sit down and make a video. But I'm doing so now, and I'm kind of catching up on the past few weeks. A lot of these have been pickups because just like I haven't had time to make videos, I haven't really had a lot of time to just spend in the store either. So I've had to hurry and come get stuff I've put on order and come get them and then just go right home. But today I was able to get a few things while I was there. But I'm just going to quickly go through. This is everything I think since the end of March. Okay, so we have Thundercats Lost in Time. It's a blind bag, and I'm going to put this to the side because I'm going to open this up during the video and we'll see what my actual cover looks like. But then we have Wrestle Heist number 3. Now, I haven't read number 2 yet, but I really liked number 1, so I've already pulled this whole storyline, so hoping I enjoy it. The Rocketeer, number 1 of the island. Thundar the Barbarian, number 2. TMNT Journeys, number 7. The New Youngblood volume, number 4. This is a facsimile of Daredevil, number 183, with the Punisher. A facsimile of, I think this is Brainiac's first appearance in either the Silver Age or it's his first appearance altogether. Yeah, I really enjoy Brainiac as a character, and especially when he gets to the 90s era with the goatee and he's mixed in with the human carnival guy. And that leads to Panic in the Sky, which I'm also very excited about. That being seems to be the basis for the new Superman movie coming up. I know it's not going to be a one-to-one. It's going to tie in with everything that he's trying to tell right now. But just the fact that it's touching on my personal favorite Superman story is pretty cool. So I love that this was coming back out. So I got that. And this, a facsimile of Action Comics number 419. And then this is these are called the Hama Files. So this is a facsimile of number 2, but it's got a new cover. And in the back, Larry Hama has some notes and stuff about the writing of this story. And it puts more money back in Larry because I don't know how much he gets. I don't think he gets any royalties from those comics. He only had like just the contract from writing them. And so these reprints and him adding in his notes, that just gives him another chance to get paid. So I'm all about doing that. Avengers 36, this is the end of that last Avengers run and the end of this Kang storyline. I'm not too thrilled with what I've read here. I'm not surprised too much by it either, but I haven't read the last 4 issues. So as soon as summer gets here and I can sit down and catch up on a lot of things, I'm interested to see how it all tied up. I mean, even though Kang ended up being the big bad, it just doesn't feel like Kang. And if you've been following along, you might understand what I'm talking about. Green Lantern, number 32. And then Justice League Unlimited, number 16. And then this is some stuff I picked up in the store. So X-Men The Early Years, number 6. These are great comics if you ever want to get the early X-Men run without having to pay a lot of money. Because inside it's reprinting the original story with the original story art, but you get a brand new cover. And so you're kind of getting like some of the best way you could read this story and stuff like you have that comic in your hand. So pretty cool. And then this is something that has happened upon. This is X-Men number 1. It's a Toys R Us limited edition storyline. So it's a one-shot as a tie-in for Toys R Us, but it looks really cool. Great art in here. I mean, it looks like it's even having a bit more meat on its bones than like some of the other promotional stuff with like Hardee's or Pizza Hut. So this looks fun. Defenders, number 66. And we're getting out of focus there. There we go. New Defenders 127. If you've been following since the beginning of my comic book club videos, you know how important this one is for me as I'm getting closer to finishing up New Defenders. This looked pretty cool. This is a Hulk annual number 11, The Day the Earth Turned Green. I love that cover. And the inside, while kind of faded, the colors are still pretty strong. I mean, they're not vibrant, but they're not mixing together like I've seen so much with comics of this time. So this looks fun. And then Hulk 399. Captain America Annual number 8. We have Cap versus Wolverine. And this one, it's not in great condition. I'm going to read it, and then if it is a fun story, I saw a better condition in the store for a little bit higher of a price. I'll go back and get it. This is Marvel Double Feature Captain America and Iron Man, but we definitely have Cap and Red Skull here. Captain America number 261 with Nomad. Facsimile of Miss Marvel number, I guess it's number 20. Not, I'm not sure where this is number 20 of. This is number 20 of Captain Marvel, if it was his run and they just made it Miss Marvel, or she already had hers and this is her new. I think that's what it is. She had hers and this is her new, when she got the Warbird costume. So number 20. Superman and Batgirl on DC Comics Presents number 19. World's Finest 277. And these were also great to pick up. I've been collecting the end of the Barry Allen run for a while, and I finally got The Death of Iris, so 275, and then the immediate aftermath with 276. And then, these are, this is a new comic, and actually there's another one. Let's see if I do these together. Silent Missions, just like the original Silent Missions comic, but with different characters. So this is a Crimson Guard Silent Mission story. And then a Baroness Silent Mission story. And then TMNT Journeys number 8. Green Lantern Corps number 15. The Muppets Noir number 2. Thundercats Silverhawks number 1. And then a facsimile of Jimmy Olsen number 115. We got Aquaman in here with Superman as well. And then this Treasury Edition, Secret Divisions of Super Villains. And even though that shows so many characters here, not everyone's really getting a lot of time to shine. But I mean, it's still pretty cool. So we get a Joker story, and all the villains introduce themselves. So we get the Red Hood. We get Lex Luthor. So this is the Superboy storyline where he loses his hair. We get Captain Cold with Barry. And then we get a really cool kind of fold out, or a centerfold image here with all the Rogues Gallery, or a lot of the Rogues Gallery here. Let's see if I can give you a nice panoramic, not panoramic, left to right slide. Some of these guys are still big names, some not so much. But all very much Silver Age goodness. And then the end of Captain Cold, we get Dr. Shyvana. And then we get this guy, Terra Man. And that's kind of it. But at the end, then you get this nice little thing showing heroes with their nemesis. So we have Adam with Kronos, Hawkman with Shadow Thief, Hal with Sinestro, and Wonder Woman with the Cheetah. So that's kind of the most that these two are featured, along with these. But like, you get the main four. And on the back, the original thing, you're supposed to cut these out and you can make a tabletop diorama of what makes like a 3D kind of image, as you can kind of tell here. Obviously, I'm not going to destroy this to do that, but it's still pretty cool. I love getting Treasury editions. All right, now, before we finish up, let's go ahead and open up this blind bag and see what cover I have. Maybe. Let's go right to the top. I don't really do a lot of blind bags. I think Monsters is the only other comic I've had that's had a blind bag. So here we go. So we got this cover, and let's see. Looks like it's cover H or D. Cover D. And there's some of the other possible covers on there. So looking at all the possible options, it's not a bad one. I think it's the one I would prefer to get. So, pretty cool. All right. See you guys next time. Bye. Oops. I forgot these. That just shows how behind I am. I had a whole nother stack of pickups from one of those weeks just sitting off to the side. I was looking around for a certain comic. I'll show you when I get to it. I was like, where is that? Did I not pick that up? And I was like, oh, there it is. So this is G.I. Joe number 24. This is another Hama file. So this is, I believe, the first appearance of Zartan and Firefly. It's when the Joes all end up in the swamp and they find Zartan's base, and Destro's there, Cobra Commander's there. We get Mutton Junkyard and Duke. And I think Roadblock's with them too. That's when the Mobat is attacked and stuff like that. So it's a reprint of that. Wrestle Heist number 4. This new Century volume number 1. I really enjoyed the very first volume of Century when that first came out. And for some reason, I think I was like, I don't know, maybe I was starting to switch into digital comics at that time, but I had a lot of the comics that I collected up until that point I had traded in, and now I wish I hadn't because I love having the actual physical issues. But I loved that run. It was really interesting. I really liked it. I didn't like what they did with him in the Avengers comic, especially when you get to Civil War and stuff like that. But I did like the idea of this character who had been around forever, but he's so powerful that he has his own equally powerful self of him as a villain. This is really interesting. So this is the new volume of Century. In fact, this is the one I was looking for. I was like, where is that? Facsimile of Silver Surfer number 1. The new Lobo number 1. Green Lantern 33. Justice League Unlimited number 17. The new Superman Spider-Man crossover from Marvel and DC. Thundercats Silverhawks Road to War number 1. Thundercats number 25. And then the facsimile of Wonder Woman number 1, and it's in the Golden Age magazine size. So that's pretty cool. All right. Now that is for sure everything that I've had so far. All right. See you next time.